Nigeria is recognized as the largest nation in West Africa, known for its vibrant culture, rich history, and dynamic people. But have you ever wondered where the name Nigeria comes from? In today's episode, we are going to explore how a mighty river that flows through the heart of the country gave Nigeria its name. Surprisingly, the name wasn't coined by a Nigerian. It came from a British journalist in the 19th century. But before we dive into the fascinating story behind the name of this vibrant nation, let's talk a little bit about its geography. Located in West Africa, Nigeria is the most populous country on the continent and the largest nation in the region. It's home to diverse cultures, ecosystems, and resources. Flowing through the heart of this vast land is the Niger River, one of Africa's major waterways. Stretching over 4,000 kilometers, the Niger River originates in Guinea and winds through several countries before reaching the Atlantic Ocean via Nigeria. The river isn't just a lifeline for agriculture, trade, and daily life. It's also the source of the country's name. Now, let's jump back in time to the late 19th century, when Nigeria was under British colonial administration. The country wasn't yet unified as it's known today, but rather a collection of regions and territories governed separately. Before the name Nigeria emerged, the British had taken control of Lagos and the southern coast region around the river, which was generally referred to as the Royal Niger Company territories. Enter Flora Shaw, a British journalist and colonial advocate. In 1897, Shaw wrote an article for The Times where she suggested the name Nigeria to describe the region around the Niger River. Her reasoning? She wanted a simple, unifying name that reflected the river's significance while being easy for the British to pronounce and use. But before that, the area was often referred to by various regional names. Shaw's suggestion eventually stuck, and when Nigeria officially became a colony in 1914, the name she had suggested was adopted. Interestingly, Shaw's choice of the name highlights the colonial mindset of the time, naming a vast and culturally rich land based on a single geographical feature, rather than its people or diverse history. Today, while the name remains, Nigeria's identity is deeply rooted in the independence and strength of its people. Nigeria is known as the Giant of Africa, with over 200 million people calling it home. It's a cultural powerhouse, a global leader in art, literature, and entertainment. The Niger River still plays a central role, supporting agriculture, fishing, and commerce for millions of Nigerians. And though the name Nigeria was born during colonial times, it has since become a symbol of resilience, unity, and progress. This history of Nigeria's name reminds us of the power of geography and history in shaping national identity, as we've seen so far in many of the stories that we've covered. While Nigeria's name came from a British journalist, the meaning of Nigeria today is defined by its people, culture, and their contribution to the world. Thank you for joining me on this journey into the story of Nigeria's name. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe and share it with friends and family who love uncovering the world's hidden histories. And if you're curious to To explore more stories like this, check out the Country Name Game. It's a fun and educational way to learn about the fascinating origin of country names. Visit www.countrynamegame.com to learn more. See you next time.